They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On play action, Lance. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield straight. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. First and goal from the 3. Etienne. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And all the way up to the 49. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Lance. Trying to improvise. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Quick throw completed by Watson. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. Lance. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And it's throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Lance and company going on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Watson, off play action. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, The Eagles.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flush to his right. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance going deep here for Allen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, Mostert. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Mike 27, blue gang. Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. So we got man. Wide, get wide.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Mostert. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Again, it's Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. No gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Mostert, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Watson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Giants are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken way up at the 25.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken way up at the 25. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. To try again after the sack, Lance. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. Going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On the move to his left. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Reception here by Ruggs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Throwing now, Watson.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Brings up 2nd and 2. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Watson looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
On fourth down, Watson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Here's a diving catch right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase with.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're